Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in here. Publicly Buzzed Live is on the air. Feral Friday, we're going to be heading over to Kick tonight to watch a movie. Watch a horror movie here. Getting prepared for next week. We're going to be doing the all-night movie, Halloween movie marathon. It's the Halloween season, so we're getting in the spirit here. We're going to be watching Night of the Demons. And if you've never seen this film, prepare. It is a doozy, blood and tits galore. It's going to be amazing. We're coming at you right now, folks. Thank you so much. Share this out. Let some folks know as I try to adjust my levels here. And let's rock. I got Missy Mayhem back here. Let's fucking go.
Let's rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're live. What's up, everybody? Thanks for being in here. I appreciate it. Feral Friday's ready to rock and roll. I've got a special guest here tonight. We're going to be watching seriously, an awesome movie. If you've never seen Night of the Demons, I think the year is 1986. I could be off on that slightly. But yes, I believe it was the year of my birth, which is the perfect year for a horror movie. And we're going to be killing it here. If you have not hit the like, please do so. We've still got a wheel rocking and rolling. We're trying to give away, I think, a coffee cup still. We have a lot. I think we're really close. We'll get into it here. But yeah, let's see if we've got Missy hanging out. What's up, Missy?
Hey.
What are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm being feral. I've already started drink number 1.
Oh, nice. So, yes, you were prepared and ready to rock and roll.
Yes. I've got backup for refill.
Whoa.
I know. I've got my vape. I've got my probably nothings.
That's fucking awesome. You are super ready to rock. First of all, thanks for coming on here on such late notice. Oh, he's got a ghost rocking and rolling.
I got like a ghost pillow for some hugging in case I'm scared.
Now, that could happen. I'm going to say, like, this movie, it can be intense. Like, it's definitely got a horror scare factor to it, but it's also got a party vibe to it. And I think as a group, I think it's going to be fine. But there's definitely some of the makeup and effects are pretty intense.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
It's a good one.
It's late 80s, right?
Yes, I believe it's 86. Let me actually just double check that real quick before I start telling lies on here. Night of the Demons.
Hey, chat.
And there's multiple of these films. 88, excuse me.
88.
88. So, yes.
It was like 12, 13, probably when this came out. So.
Oh, yeah. I think I would have been 2 years old when this came out, which is crazy, man. Like, dizzy coming through here right now. Okay, so here's what's going on. First of all, I want to show this off. This is what we're still trying to give away here tonight. The wheel is active, folks, and we are, where are we at right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I believe. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we're only 3 names away from giving away this coffee mug here tonight. The way to get on that, ladies and gentlemen, is supers, membering people up, becoming a member, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all of that is wide open. I will be checking that out through the show and over to Kick. Because even though we're talking about Night of the Demons, folks, we're not watching that here on YouTube. You can't watch that here. These folks ain't going to allow that. We're going to another website, another site called kick.com/publiclybuzzed. And we can get away with just a little bit more over there. And I know that is where Missy streams exclusively.
Yes. I haven't streamed in a while, though. Like, I think actually the last time I streamed is with you and, like, Dan and Chris. It's been
the last movie marathon.
Yeah.
I think that was August 19th, if I'm not mistaken. Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've taken time off. I'm not working right now. I'm just kind of focusing on my health and getting my shit together. And so like, this feels really good to like be back, like streaming again. I was nervous.
Get you into the vibe of it. And again, I super late notice, like Dan again is sick tonight. And yeah, I was like, I don't want to watch this completely alone. So I'm glad that I could get you in here. And next week she's coming back. We're going to have the all-night movie marathon, Halloween movie marathon, which we need to discuss here just a little bit. Need to figure out some films. But next week, I know I've got Chris Dewitt locked in. I've got Missy locked in. And I think I've got Bob Motto in as well. I need to confirm that because he's a very busy man, as we all know. But I need to confirm that. And you never know who might pop in through that. And here's the test about the all-night movie marathon, though. I need to get everybody in the front end of it because no one wants to be up at 3 a.m. coming on as a guest. So I'm going to get everyone basically probably in the first film, the latest the second. But I don't want it to drag on. And even the last time I brought you in during the first one because it was going so long and we were pausing so much and talking. I was like, I feel bad. I was like, dude, she's just hanging out back there. So
well, and Chris was like, he was in the moment. He was.
Dude, Chris is amazing.
He was getting that wheel spins and.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
He was in his zone.
Dude, once he starts really rolling, no, Chris is the man.
I know. I love Chris.
Look at this. New to the party, Dee's Creative Hands Crochet. She just appeared last night, if I'm not mistaken, and she has her own YouTube channel and just gifted up PJ. Hell yes. Thank you. And that gets you on the wheel. So, Dee.
Thank you, Dee.
First of all, Dee's on this current wheel 3 times, so Dee has just tripled her chances of winning this cup, guys. So just beware. Dee's coming for this thing. Thank you, Dee. Appreciate that. And let me also give you a little love here real quick. Hold on.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Welcome to the party, pal.
Hell yeah. Welcome in here. I love it. PJ. And PJ's awesome as fuck as well. Everybody in here right now. Appreciate it, guys.
Oh, there's always a good crew in here.
So, Missy.
Yes.
What the fuck are we watching next week?
I don't know. I was wondering because if Bob shows up, what Bob movie are you gonna pick?
That's a good
big
question.
One. That's a big one. Like Chris is pretty easygoing, and he can really rock any movies. But like, I don't know what Bob is into. Like,
I know
horror wise.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. I know some of Bob's movies or some of the films he enjoys, but I don't really know what, or even if he enjoys horror at all. Some people don't dig horror, so.
Yeah, but then you could do like a suspense movie or something like a thriller.
And I think that's totally acceptable as well.
Yeah.
So
totally.
Yeah. So that's a good question. So here's the problem is not really a problem, but the question is that I'd imagine if I do get Bob on and nail Bob, that would be movie 1. So we're going to have to start off with, I do need to at least get some dialogue going with him to see what he, you know what I mean? I'm sure, honestly, I would imagine he probably is a horror fan, but.
And you can put me later because I'm kind of a night owl as it is. Like I come alive at night. So Bob, you would have to prioritize, and Chris. I would put those two in prime
I need
spots.
to get with Chris as well and see exactly. Yeah. I'm going to do some, and I'll probably do it this weekend, start looking just a little bit further to see where we're at. Kelly Bobelli coming through the Venmo machine with a 420. Fuck yeah, Kelly. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let me get you on the wheel here because that gets you one step closer to getting your own mug. And the perfect amount as well. I appreciate that. Thank you. I believe that makes us one away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so we may get a spin even before we get the kick, guys, which would be cool.
Nice.
So yeah, one more anything that comes through is going to get you a step closer to being able to drink your coffee through this guy right here, where you can drink the Kool-Aid and join the cult of Murder Church. Oh, almost showed you some Murder Church. Just, hey, let's go, baby. We're in Murder Church.
Minister Steve coming through.
Not messing around. I hit it by mistake, but it worked.
I hate it when I hit like my hotkeys and stuff. I do that
dude.
So much.
I wish I was smart enough to do hotkeys. Those break my brain, actually. Like, I have to do everything the hard way. Dan hates it. Like, anything that can be easier, he's like, dude, do this. And if I learn it the other way, no, there's no going back. I can't undo that. He hates it. He can't handle these. Dude, there's a way easier way. And I'm like, there probably is. But I know this way.
I love a shortcut, so I'm all about hotkeys.
I will say this. I'm not above learning them because when I edit in Adobe Premiere, I did take a day to try to learn those to make my editing a little bit more efficient, and it did work. So that's a good, Hell
yeah. And shout out to Dan, who's not feeling well. I hope you feel better, bud.
Yeah, dude. I told him to maybe even go to the doctor, because a lot of people around here are getting flu and stuff, but he said he felt about the same as yesterday, so it isn't getting worse. But yeah, man, just in general at work, everyone seems to be getting sick, and it sucks, man. Just that time of the year. Gabby, coming through there with the $3. You just finished that son of a bitch up, and I'm going to start working on that wheel before we head over to Kick. And again, one more time, I'm sure everyone in here knows. There's a few new people in here. Holly Berry, letting them know. Titties will... Not only are titties in this movie, there's a scene with... There's a crazy effects scene, especially with tits in this movie.
Yes.
It's crazy. And I will say this. So this is going to even almost sound weird because of the way I'm going to preference it, because I've been in a horror my whole entire life. My mother set up so like I rented movies as a child, and I lived with my grandparents. So my mom came down one day, who I did not live with, set up the movie, like the local video store, to where I could get anything I wanted, because she knows I love horror. So as a small child, I got anything I wanted, and my grandma didn't know it. So this movie stuck with me so deeply that this one specific scene with the tits and a case of a lipstick broke my brain so much that I have always it's just always been there. Like I've just always randomly, I'll just be working and think about this scene. Like it's that crazy. Like
boobs and a thing of,
and it's not sexual at all. Like there's that's even why I was kind of preferential. Like this is going to sound weird, but it's not a sexual thing. It's just a wild scene.
Like what would you do?
Yeah.
My wheels turning.
and while it's happening, her face is fully demoned out as well. So
like a tube of lipstick.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you gonna do with that?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Dude, wait till you see this scene.
Boom.
Holly Berry, we are going to get crunk tonight. So yeah, let me start working on this right here. But yeah, next week, what the hell are we going to start out with? That is going to be the big question. Do we go classic? Do we go newer?
Well, I watched just the other night a classic favorite horror movie, Christine.
Oh, I love Christine.
It's one of I
haven't seen it in a long time, but
yeah, it's so good.
That dude is amazing in it.
Yeah,
like the main kid.
Yeah,
I remember he kills that scene, or the movie rather.
But yeah, I mean, just a great movie, classic, like Stephen King, one of like the good Stephen King movies, because there's a few.
Because that car starts like, because doesn't the car start even possessing him?
Yes.
Am I correct? Yeah, he starts to change. Yeah. He starts to become more, because he's a very nice kid, teenager. He pays his own for the car with his own money, that type of guy, and then starts to slowly change, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. It's such a great movie, and the music in it is just amazing, because it's like all like 50s, 60s.
Oh, that's right.
Or 70s, somewhere in there.
I had kind of forgotten that, actually.
I think it's late 60s, early 70s, somewhere in there. But
so
I also like a lot of new horror stuff too. I'm really excited to see the new Terrifier. I don't know if anyone's into Terrifier 3. That one is pretty hardcore, but I love horror in a weird way. Like I'm surprised I missed this, because most of the 80s I kind of watched somewhere at some slumber party. you know, I checked it out. But this one I missed, went under my radar. What about the chat? Does the chat have any suggestions for?
Yeah. Anything that you guys may want to see opening up the show next week.
Some good favorites.
So you mentioned Terrifier. So I've seen Terrifier 1 and I started Terrifier 2, and I have to admit I'm not a fan of. Now this actually goes back to what we were talking about last night.
It gets real campy. It's very campy.
So Holly Berry last night mentioned a movie called 3 Extremes that's from like the early 2000s that I have seen definitely back in the day. So, like, I used to be, like, into the most extreme thing I could find. Like, that's what I want. Like,
I really like that, too.
So, I've personally kind of gotten out of that now. And, like, Terrifier to me was just a little crazy with not enough story. But I will say this, and what I fucking love about Terrifier is it's an independent horror film that is taking the fuck over. And it's the current #1 film in America. And it's beating a film like Joker. Yeah. That I can get the fuck behind. That's amazing. Yeah. Like, I love that. But I must admit, it's I watched Terrifier, the first one, and I watched the original short that it came from. It was called like
All Hallows Eve.
Yeah. So I remember the initial Art the Clown, the entire vibe of it. But yeah, I have to admit that I'm not into that. Like, dude, it's the beginning of 2 was extreme, and I was like, whoa. So, and I'm not again. I love effects. I love really good effects, but also I don't know. I will. But also, I have loads of friends that love it. So
I watched 2 in the daytime.
It's extreme.
With a friend too. Like, I had an emotional support friend. But
that's probably the way to watch it, actually. Now that's what I'm looking for. Maxine will be the next thing that I'm probably going to be blowing. Like, dude, all of those movies, X, Pearl, and now Maxine Part 3 is, that's my style of current horror. Like, it can be absolutely brutal, like the most brutal, but dude, the story, there's something crazy about some of these movies. But I mean, if you've seen a hard...
24 is just putting out magic right now.
They kill it. They murder it with films. But I say all of this, everything I'm saying right now, but if you looked at my hard drive that has literally an entire 1 terabyte of just movies, I would say 97% of those films no one's ever heard about. And they're the trashiest, most low budget, trash VHS homemade gore movies that I used to be into, which I still kind of have I can appreciate where they're coming from, but I don't know. I don't know if it's maturing. That's not the right word, but because people still dig it.
Yeah, I mean, because horror is a gamut, and gore has its place in there as long as it's just not like gore for gore.
Because I love some gore.
Some stories, some creativity and stuff like that. Like, I'm all for it, but I do like the harder stuff, but I too have shied away from it more lately. I don't know if that's because of like my involvement in true crime.
Well,
because I think there's definitely like a connection there and stuff like that. And
if you're on X, you're in true crime, you're seeing some wild shit.
Yeah.
Like the real shit. So that's absolutely true, man. That could probably water you down just a little bit, just to take yourself out of the ultra, that headspace, really. But yeah, man, like, I like some weird shit, though. Now, have you ever seen, now this is old school, it's even hard to say this now because things are so extreme now, but 1977 or 78, Cannibal Holocaust.
Yes, I have seen it.
Okay. Cannibal Holocaust is pretty brutal. They show a man getting, literally the tribe is cutting a dude's dick off with a rock. Sawing his dick off with a rock.
There's also kind of like a remake that Eli Roth did. It's like called like the
Green Inferno.
Green Inferno.
I actually liked that. It was a little extreme, but I did like that, man. I watched that in theaters, and I did like that one. And it was his love letter to Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Cannibal Holocaust fucks with people because there's real animal death in it. Yeah. They kill an actual muskrat, they catch it and stick a knife through its throat and face, and then they kill... No, this one's what's fucked up. This one's hard to watch. But I'm going to tell you something that's going to make it slightly easier on you. But if you just watch this, you're going to be like, oh my God. They kill a turtle. They not only kill the turtle, they open the turtle up and they pull its guts out. But the way this film was made, they were actually filming this with a tribe.
With a real tribe.
These animals were used for food. It wasn't just death for death, which it looks horrible. The way it's filmed, that's what they even make it seem like. Like these barbaric filmmakers are just like, oh fuck, they start raping the tribes women. It's barbaric as fuck. Like it's horrible. It is. But it is a... Do you know this part that those actors that were in Cannibal Holocaust had to be pulled in front of an actual judge in a courtroom in New York City to prove that it was
real?
Yeah, they thought it was a snuff film. Like, so Cannibal Holocaust is a movie that when I was in my younger years, we're on the internet now. Like I can get anything in a second. When I was in high school, it wasn't exactly like that. Me and a buddy, I was telling this last night, spent a long time trying to find this film. We finally got a copy of it off eBay, and it blew our minds. Like, we were like, oh my God. Like, so there was a period of time where I was looking for the hardest, most crazy, extreme films out there, quite frankly. Yeah. Like,
I think my favorite story from that movie too is, so they were working with a real tribe, and this was for the Green Inferno, I believe. No, I don't know.
I think in Green Inferno, they were also working with a real tribe.
And
which is wild.
They showed them during like the filming of it. They showed them Cannibal Holocaust, and they thought it was a comedy. They thought it was like the most hilarious thing ever.
Dude, I didn't know that part.
I love that little bit of trivia because
that's pretty wild.
They didn't see it like, like this horror movie or whatever. They were like, like, it was Ace Ventura.
That's hilarious. I actually didn't know that part. I do like your Green Inferno. I went and watched that in theaters, and I enjoyed it. I was like, man, he took this to another level. Like, but yeah, man. Most movies today, I don't know. As people probably know, I love older movies. Like
I do too. Like
Gators is probably my favorite, but
yeah, that was like the golden decade, man, of
It
horror.
was, man.
Yeah, it really was. It's kind of the Wild West too. But the last movie I saw was Longlegs in theaters,
I've heard
and
good things. I haven't watched that.
That was a trip. It was like horror in a different way because it made you so uncomfortable and so uneasy, and it was just eerie as fuck.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
You dug it though?
I dug it. I really want to go see it again.
I've seen nothing but good stuff about Longlegs, like from people,
because
so.
it was a lot, and a couple of points I got overwhelmed. Like with my ADHD, I was just like, I'm getting overstimulated.
Yeah, dude. See, when you're watching a movie in a theater, the way like some of the sound will hit you, man. There's so much happening at once. So I went, and I've talked about it a little bit, but like I went and watched The Substance. And it was amazing.
I want to see that so bad. I've heard nothing but good things.
So fucking, dude, The Substance is so good.
I've seen like the memes and stuff, and I'm just like, oh,
like
I want to see it.
I can't even really describe it. Like, it's so good. Like, dude, it's like, it's unbelievable. It really is. Like, I watched it in theaters, and I would say if you can do that, just because of how the sounds that you get in that, it's so immersive. It pulls you in. The story is amazing. Demi Moore is unbelievable. Like,
I've heard she's amazing.
It's a love letter to 80s horror movies. It's a body horror movie today, which is crazy. And it probably has nudity in it 80% of the movie. Like, it's crazy.
Supposedly very well done.
Very well done. Absolutely.
I heard, like, with the body horror part specifically, like, I heard some ladies saying, like, this is like what body dysmorphia feels like. And I've seen
a lot of people say weird things like that.
Yeah.
Actually.
Like,
and it connects with people in a weird way.
Yeah.
I've seen that, actually.
It's interesting. So
Dude, I would say check that out immediately. Like, that one is going to blow you away. But yeah, Shayna, if you're talking about the Substance, it's really, really, really good. Like, I can't say enough good things about it. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading over to kick.com. Let me get this in here one more time. I am going to spin this wheel, and we're going to give away this coffee mug right now. But first and foremost, the real party tonight is happening over here, folks. Everything we're talking about, it's not going to happen here. We can't do it. YouTube is going to get mad. They're going to delete my entire channel. Like, what are you doing, bud? So we're going over to Kick. First of all, actually, yeah, on Kick we can get away with some tits, with some blood. All right. So what I'm going to do is
murder.
Missy, I'm going to put my camera on and turn the green screen off for a second. Let me do this spin here. Here we go, guys. All right. Good luck, everybody. This is for the coffee mug. D. I knew D would win. She was on here triple time. Congratulations, D. You wanted that coffee mug and you got that shit. That's fucking awesome. You went out there, you said, you know what? This is mine. I'm going to take it. And you did. That's dope as hell. D, all you have to do is get with me. I don't know if you're on X, if you're on Twitter. If you are, get with me on there. You should already be following me. Hopefully you are. But if not, get at me at publiclybuzzed@gmail.com. I need your address. I don't need your size. Yeah, I just need your address, I think, and I'm ready to go. Yeah. Normally I have to ask for the size, but I do not have to do that this time because it's not a shirt. So congratulations right there. You're going to be drinking coffee out of this. And D, I know you're brand new. Sunday morning, Murder Church, 9 a.m. I'm currently doing a trial I'm deep into it. It's called the Phil Spector Hollywood Murder Trial. I don't know if you're familiar with that trial from 2007. Come through. We're just now approaching halfway, which is unbelievable because I've been doing it for a long time. It's a very long trial, but that is really what that cup is even about. This show that I do called Murder Church. And yeah, come through. Love having you here, D. It's awesome.
Congratulations, D.
Congratulations. That's awesome. You know what? I always love it when someone new comes through and then they win. Like, that's pretty dope. That's actually happened numerous times. Like, that's how you greet somebody. All right, guys. Woo, we're ready to rock and roll. I think I'm about to head over here to Kick and get this movie started. I think I've got it ready to go. Thank you all so much. The next time, I was telling Missy this backstage real quick. There's a I don't know. My Saturdays are kind of crazy. I do a lot of, I'm very busy, but I want to do something on Sarah Boone because I'm so fucking into that one. All day long, I live tweeted that one during the trial, and I'm sure people have seen me having fights in chats. I'm pretty crazy into the Sarah Boone stuff, and I'm pretty opinionated about it as well, and I'm not afraid to share that. So there's a potential of a stream tomorrow, so just keep your eyes out. I don't know, and I may even try to get a guest on here. Again, that's just up in the air, and I'm just literally talking on my ass. I have no plans at all, but it's possible. So, but I want to do it's the thing, but I need to find fucking time, so we'll see. So, okay, everybody.
We'll keep our eyes peeled on Twitter, definitely. Be on the lookout.
Getting a little crazy here with Sarah Boone, man.
It's a crazy case.
She's insane, dude.
I know.
She's insane. I don't know. I'm not even going to get into it because I'm going to start going crazy. But the way some people are treating it really makes me fucking blow gas. All right, we're going over to Kick. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much. I love you guys. I will see you over there. The link is in the chat. You guys are amazing. And we'll start another Will. We'll try to get another one rocking and rolling. Let's go.